Hey everyone, so this is going to be the meeting that was for September 24th, 2019. If you would like to go ahead and open up the minutes right now, that'd be really cool so you can follow along. This is just going to be a recap of everything that was covered. So we went over introductions. We all know who we are, so that's really cool already. We went over a little bit of our roles. So just a reminder that Matthew, me, is president. Eunice is vice president. Miles is our treasurer. Lily is our fundraising chair. Omeka is our shift monitor. Johnny is our publicity and advertisement chair. And then Yassine is our secretary. So in terms of which method of contact is preferred, I believe that text is working for all of us pretty well. So we're going to keep it there. Officer overview. So depending on when you look at this, this may or may not be updated. Miles is going to give us a update on how the prizes are looking and how the bank account is doing. Although, if I remember correctly, the bank account currently has roughly 1,300 in the low thousands. And ASUCR actually had some money that they hadn't released to us before, and they're going to release it to us now. That is an additional 12 or 1,300. So we're basically going to double our bank account, which is really nice. In terms of prizes, I believe Miles recently ordered prizes last year, and that they're all restocked. So we should be looking good. And so I'm going to move on after that. Yassine, in terms of what Yassine has to do, he's going to update our MailChimp and Google Sheets. He's going to take out all our old members and then also put in our new ones once those come in. We did have an issue last year with MailChimp and something about having a cap on how many members we can have. So hopefully that doesn't happen this year, but we should watch out for it. With Omeka, I don't know if you need anything else in additional from us, Omeka, but as far as I know, this is what we have for you. In terms of sign-in sheets, if we have enough at each binder for each school. As far as I know, we should be good. But if need be, we can make some copies and then put some more in those binders. Also, when Eunice and Yassine went to the organization seminars that are required for all the orgs, they announced something that is different from Highlander Link, that's replacing Highlander Link. It's actually going to be called communityservice.ucr.edu. That launch date is going to be November 7th. UCR will deal with handling the transferring of all the hours over from Highlander Link to the communityservice.ucr.edu. However, we do need to re-register for that. Eunice is in contact with the person that controls all that for UCR, and she is going to get back to us with specifics as far as how to do that. The other thing is, in terms of how we are going to vlog volunteering hours in the future, they do not have a definitive answer for us yet, whether it is going to be each member defines their hours or we have to go in and define all their hours. So we'll see how that goes. But they will be transferring over from Highlander Link to communityservice.ucr.edu. For Johnny will be designing 7 online flyers, 7 Instagram ads for these upcoming weeks. 4 are going to be for week 1 posts, and then 3 are going to be for week 2 posts. There are also going to be physical posters made for just to put around campus. You can see over there or wherever you're looking on the meeting minutes. We're going to have them in UNLH, MSE, Life Science 1500, and Physics 2000. And they should have our name, orientation dates, our Instagram, and our Remind 101, which I'll hit in just a second. If Johnny reaches out to you to ask for help in terms of making the posters, because making 4 can be kind of time consuming and difficult, please help him out as much as possible. I will, if my schedule allows, I'll be going with him together this Thursday or Friday. The posters can be made at Student Life Services. I don't remember their exact name, but Student Life on the 2nd floor of Hub. If you are at Habit, walking over to the 2nd floor, and you walk over towards the elevators, they are right, the first door on the right hand side. Moving on from that, we also have our new t-shirt design. So Johnny is going to be designing our t-shirt, which will be done by the end of week 1. Miles, I will need Miles to contact Chris Rahal from FIDE. As far as I know, Chris has a t-shirt contact that can help us get really good pricing. $6 a shirt as long as we only use one color ink, which is what we've been doing all these years. So if we can do that, that'd be really nice. I talked to Abby from last year, and I also talked to Eunice, who was also VP last year. And the general agreement was that we didn't have enough shirts for members. So instead of getting like 20 of each size, what we're going to do this year is aim to have 40 smalls, 40 mediums, because that's what we ran out of most, 20 large, and just keep a few of the extra large and extra large just in case we need those. Roughly, if it's $6 a shirt, it should come out to about $582 for 97 shirts. Or, I'm sorry, not 90, 107 shirts. And that's without the fees or anything. So we could theoretically fund that all by ourselves. And it could be covered in the member fees, which would be, its new members is $15 and returning members is $10. But we do want to get funding from ASUCR. So Miles will be reaching out to ASUCR. Hopefully he can get that funding and all that worked out, at least started by week 3. Hopefully, if everything goes as planned, we receive the shirts. Excuse me for that. We receive the shirts by the end of the quarter, and we start distributing them next quarter. Now, this is an official name, but I just didn't know what to call it. Shirt protocol. So, shirt protocol for new members. What they'll do is they'll wait until next quarter to receive their new shirts. In the meantime, they're gonna wear any UCR gear. Now, for the shirt protocol for old members, they can either get the old design now, or they can wait until next quarter and get the new design. And it's either or. We don't want getting 2 shirts. We want them getting 2 shirts. If you have any questions about that, just text me. But we did that. Me and Eunice agreed on that just for simplicity. So there's not like, oh, do we get the new shirt, old shirt, yada yada. We'll just keep it straight like that. Eunice will also be emailing all the old members to see if they need a shirt. She will also be emailing an interest sheet that is like people that aren't in the org but are interested about our orientation and all that stuff. So for tabling, I know on the slide it says, do we want to do it? And if yes, what supplies do we need? Considering that we're all in FIDE and we're all in many different other activities and our time and efforts are stretched very thin, especially during this week 1. Me and Eunice think it's best for us to not do tabling during the involvement fair for Wednesday of week 1. So that means that we won't need to worry about supplies or anything, just because it's a big hassle to get it from Hub, and then to get chairs and to have a banner or things like that. And so we're thinking maybe, if possible, we could have flyers at the FIDE tent. I have to make sure that that's okay with Miles and Omeka and stuff. But if they say yes and they don't have anything against it, then we can put our flyers at their table. Preemptively, I'm going to say that it's a yes for now. Just so that if they say yes, then I have the flyers ready from Johnny. So the plan is Johnny will send me the flyer design by this Friday, the Friday week 0, so that I can take it to my dad, who can print a bunch of copies at work, and then have that ready by next Wednesday, the orientation fair. All right, moving on from there. Orientation dates for week 2. I'm also going to put in here because it's not on here. New member fee is $10. $15. Returning member is $10. And then send Venmo to Miles. So the returning member fee is $10. The new member is $15. If you could send that money, if people could send that money to Miles through Venmo, that'd be great. If they have cash, we will take cash and then give it to Miles. We just have to make sure we keep a record of who pays. Reserving Orbach rooms, we have Monday reserved. I can't reserve Tuesday or Wednesday until tomorrow, so I'll do those tomorrow. If you look on the minutes, it actually has a link to our PowerPoint, and you can look at that PowerPoint Eunice updated it a little bit here and there, so it's looking really nice. In terms of dates and assignments, so Monday, this is all going to be week 2. Monday, October 7th, we have in Orbach room 310. It's going to be Omeka and Yassine. There are a few other people there listed if you guys can't make it, but besides that, you guys should be good. Yassine, it'll be your first time, but Omeka's done it before. He's really good at it. I've done it with him before, so you'll be in good hands. Tuesday is October 8th. It's going to be from 5 to 6 p.m. The room is to be announced, but it should be like some room on the 3rd floor. It's going to be me and Johnny, and we are the only ones that can make it at that time. And then Wednesday is going to be October 9th, which is going to be from 6:30 to 7:30. And the room is also to be announced, but it will be on the 3rd floor. The full list, I know online it says that I am available, but I just realized that I'm not able to because I already have a prior commitment on that day at that time earlier. But the reason we're only doing 3 days instead of like all 5 days is the hard cutoff for members to join is going to be Wednesday at midnight. So if you have any friends that like missed orientation or something, like, oh, I can't go to Wednesday at 7:30, I can do Wednesday at 4 or Wednesday at 9. If you give them like a personal orientation so they know everything already, and you contact me about it beforehand, contact me or Eunice about it beforehand so we know. You have that one-on-one orientation with them and they pay and everything, then we can slap them on the list last minute. But Wednesday at midnight is the hard deadline, because I have to send that list, that finalized list, to all the schools Thursday morning. And so they need 2 to 3 days to process that, so they have everyone on their list. That way we can start volunteering on week 3. Because if we don't send it by that Thursday morning, then what happens is that we don't know if people are on the list and approved in time. And what might happen is people have to wait until like week 4 to volunteer. So we're trying to avoid that as much as possible. Going on after that, create a scholarship for those who can't afford the membership fee. That's kind of it doesn't have to be called like a scholarship or anything. Just say at the end of the seminar, the orientation, if you guys for some reason can't afford the $15 sign up fee, go ahead and reach out to me personally, or reach out to me as in you presenting, and just say that you'll work with them in figuring out a fee. If they can do a partial fee, like $5 or $10, that'd be great. If they can't do any at all, we can probably do that for a few members. That'd be fine. But always remember that when we collect money, you have to tell them this is a non-refundable payment for whatever reason. So if, for example, they sign up and then suddenly they drop a class or they take on another class, that means that they can't do TLI anymore. We cannot give them that money back. It is a hard rule that's been there ever since we started. The money is non-refundable in any case. And make sure they understand that, because Abby's had parents calling her like, I need my money back. And we want to avoid those cases. So they need to clearly understand that money is non-refundable. The last thing is going to be a future meeting. So I know this first meeting didn't work out completely as planned. I'll take a little bit of slack for that. I didn't organize it as well as I had hoped. I'll make sure to organize it better in the future. But we do have 1 or 2 more meetings planned. Me and Eunice want to be able to see everyone together. So we're going to have 1 more meeting in this quarter, either in the mid-quarter to later in the quarter, and that's the plan for winter quarter. And that's in addition to 1 other meeting, which is like a bonding dinner, because we didn't really have an officer transitions, and me and Eunice really do want to have a time for everyone to sit down and kind of just, like maybe have dinner or something and be able to bond a little bit. So we can actually, if you guys want to, we can have those 2 meetings at the same time. So we can have our meeting and then go out to dinner, or we can have dinner and then go out to our meeting, yada yada. I will send out a doodle poll or something like that later in the quarter, because I know this first half of the quarter is going to be super hectic. I don't know everyone's schedules for sure, but I know Friday will be really hectic. I know me and Miles will be really hectic, and so we'll probably push it off to mid to late quarter. Besides that, that's it. If you go all the way to the bottom of the sheet, it has responsibilities for everyone. It's just if you need to see like a quick bullet point of what do I need to do by the from all this meeting and by when. It has all your assignments and on what deadline. So I need to contact the principals of all the schools. I need to implement Remind 101, and I need to set up the future meeting dates. By the way, so let me hit Remind 101 real quick because I forgot to do that earlier. So Remind 101, what we're going to do is it's basically an easier way for members to contact us, because they can contact us through the email and they can through Instagram, but those can both be kind of slow. Remind 101 is pretty quick because you can just text. If you don't know what that program is, basically it was designed for teachers and students. So teachers have a newsletter, and students can sign up for that newsletter. So they can text chemistry to 20202, and they'll sign up for that teacher's newsletter. So basically they'll do that for TLI. They'll text like reading to 20202, and so they will be able to get like reminders from us, like let's say, oh, Jefferson doesn't have volunteering this week because they have teacher off day or whatever, or don't forget to do something. And that way, if they have any questions, they can also just text that number and we can see it and then respond back to them. Besides that, I think that's it. You guys can see all your responsibilities there. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and reach out to me or Eunice. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. The fastest way to contact me is Messenger. If you really need to get a hold of me, you can call me. Usually I'll reply unless I'm really busy doing something or my phone's dead or I don't have it on me. I will get back to you, especially for a call. Besides that, I think that's it. Thank you very much, you guys, for watching this. I appreciate it. I hope it wasn't too long. Take care.